Hey everyone, welcome back to another market closing live stream. What an incredible recovery. This is absolutely amazing. Let's take a look at what's going on in the market. And remember, folks, we've got a big JPOW meeting coming up on Wednesday. And is that JPOW meeting going to send the market back down? I don't know. But the good news is I feel like really happy about this and lucky about this. I closed my QQQ put for almost a $500,000 profit, which is absolutely amazing in one trading day. I'm right now, this is the latest update, and I always want to be 100% transparent, and I'm not going to go into details in terms of exactly what positions. But right now, I am $1.8 million long, 120K short, and the rest is cash. So that puts me at about 1.92 in the market out of 20. That puts me about 9.6% in the market. And that puts me right now, 0.120. That puts me at about half of 1% short and almost 10% or about 9% long right now. So that's crazy. What a crazy shift. Now, I am not going to go all in on this move just yet. This is really exciting, but I'm also very concerned that this is going to be the opportunity for short sellers and institutions to set up new shorts and new buy puts, and potentially people to take profits out if they've lost conviction. So here's how this works. It's a typical psychology in the market. When we get really ugly sessions, row after row after row, look, for example, at ARK. ARK right now is up 2%, which is phenomenal. But take a look at this. You get this rotation to the downside day after day after day after day after day after day, all the way down. You get a loss of overall conviction in the market. And even though we have slightly turned green on ARK today to the tune of about 2%, which is absolutely an amazing reversal, which is really good. Even though we've turned green to the tune of 2% right now, it could create the opportunities for others to short the market as a hedge in anticipation of Wednesday. So if you've never considered hedging your portfolio, maybe there's an opportunity to consider hedging some of your portfolio for potentially a bad day on Wednesday. Now, the good news is right now, markets are not selling off into the close. And that is absolutely critical because in my opinion, that's a sign that finally we maybe have institutional buyers actually buying some of this dip. And that is super critical to making sure that we maintain this push. So I personally am considering setting up more shorts, especially if we get a green day tomorrow. So even though right now, I'm going to write this down, I am 0.6% short and I am 9% long. Write that down so I don't have to redo the math every time. And I am 90.4% cash. Even though that's my setup right now, I'm not opposed to bumping my short exposure back to about 5%. And personally, the time to do that would be at maybe a peak. So let's go through an example here. Let's say tomorrow we get markets rally at the open, and then we start getting signs of a potential sell-off again. That could be an opportunity to go longer with puts to hedge your portfolio against Fed. The Fed meeting on Wednesday, I made a video about this, watch before Wednesday. I think it's absolutely critical to watch and let me know what some of your thoughts are on it. But I think the Fed meeting Wednesday is going to be so critical. I do think that a lot of folks, unfortunately, are expecting Jerome Powell to bail out the market. And don't get me wrong, I would love Jay Powell to bail out the market because I want the pain to end. Like it's much more fun to make these videos when everybody's winning. It's very difficult because a lot of people get bitter and upset over the way the market works and functions. It's very difficult to make these videos or to even show up on red days. It's painful because people are ranting and all this, bitching and moaning and shit. Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing, but I did. But anyway, what was really interesting, in my opinion, is I mentioned on Twitter that what usually happens when somebody's nervous or like they can't handle the criticism is they just stop posting videos. Oh wait, I think I froze. There we go. I think we're back. Okay. Anyway, you stop posting videos or you just like delete your Twitter account. Like, that's not the right thing to do. Like, you should be here, whether you're right or wrong, watching this market and knowing what's going on, especially if you're going to be a part of it. So that's why I am here every market open and every market close. Course member live stream every single day the market's open. And then, of course, videos throughout the day talking about current events as well. So volatility still in the 30s range. We're sitting at about a volatility of 31.4. We did run to this insane level today of like 37 or 38. It was absolutely nuts how high we ran today. Let me see if I can see it on the thing. Oh, wow. Look, we almost ran to 38. That is insane. Oh my gosh. It is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Then let's see here. No, that nothing's changed in really inflation, in Fed news. Nothing's changed with Russia. The only thing that changed is people's sentiments. It was kind of like, oh, okay, time to buy a dip again, which is kind of wild because look at this, folks. We were in the doldrums all the way through about 9:30. Something just happened at 9:30, and people are just like, boom. Like the market just exploded starting at 9:30. It's probably a rush of buy the dipping, and that makes me a little bit nervous because you get a little too oversold on the RSI. People start buying the dip, but what happens after these rallies? A lot of them have been fake outs. I love cheering a good green market, but folks, we have seen the same crap how many times now? I want you just to think about it. How many days have we seen Shift Technologies up 10%? And then, folks, this is what the chart looks like, okay? Like, how many 10% rallies have we seen on Shift? And that's the chart. I don't know, probably like 10, honestly, over the last, I don't know, 3, 4 months, 5 months. I bet you Shift has had 10% days. And this is the chart. So this is where it's like, I want to be a little nervous. I want to be a little cautious. CNBC was on at noon Eastern and said buy. I don't know if we could see that much of a move from CNBC pushing that. I don't know. I think the thing is, we still have time before JPOW. And I think that's something to remember is markets are still expecting time before JPOW. We have we have another full trading day and then another half trading day coming up. So I'll talk about what I did with Tesla in a little bit. It was kind of cool. But Tesla is actually doing very, very nice here into the close, which is awesome. What else do we have here? Let's look at yields because it looks like yields have started to tick up again a little bit. So let's understand what we've got going on here. Oh, there was some talk about bond buying from foreign buyers coming back into the bond market. I wonder if that had something to do with a little bit of this change. Let me find out what time that was. I think it was the Treasury auction. And if it was the Treasury auction, that would be very interesting. I will find out in just 1 second. Okay, where is it? Golly, this account posts so much. Here it is. Okay. Okay. So near record foreign demand for stellar 2-year auction suggests Fed tightening panic is over. Today, okay, and this concluded at about 10:15 a.m. Eastern time. Maybe it was the 2-year auction because it was an article that was written, so it'd take time. So today just concluded a 2-year auction, which some feared would be a disaster as a result of zero concessions and continued fears of a Fed tightening. Pricing of the 2-year, blah 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 blah. Okay, stopped when issued. Okay, hold on. Let me see here. Biggest stop since April 2020. Good. Okay, so bottom line is that a little bit we could be seeing somewhat of a flight from risk, which is people actually going into bonds, and the expectation that the damage to bond yields might end up getting limited. Now, this makes sense to me because inflation expectations by the market have been rotating down. Now, current inflation readings are still not good. We had an earlier release from the New York Fed, which some morons wrote comments on my last video when I broke down the survey from the New York Fed, which is basically like the CPI survey, right? Like these are surveys, and somebody's like, "Oh, you're quoting a survey as research? That's stupid." It's like, okay, let's bring you to Econ 101 class and explain Fed surveys, please. But anyway, it's so ridiculous. The amount of crap people will throw at you in a bear market. It's no surprise that some people just disable their Twitter accounts or stop posting videos. All they could do is figure out, like, who am I going to lash out at today? It's just so dumb. So dumb. Interesting. The 5-year break even actually ticked up again a little bit. That may have ticked up because of actually that Fed survey that came out. Well, let me pull this up and I'll show you a chart. Give me 1 sec to get it. Whoa! Okay, it actually just ticked up towards the end of the day. Not at all when that survey came out. Oh, that is very interesting. Whoa! Okay, quite fascinating. So as the market is recovering, the fears of inflation and break evens are actually coming back as bond yields are rising, and that spread between the tips and the treasury yields is rising. So treasury yields moving up, pushing these break evens up right now. Very interesting. Oh, look, it's our Vladimir Putin boy here from this morning. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at that push on Tesla. Oh my gosh, $926 right now. Absolutely incredible move here on Tesla. Wow, what an insane day. What a crazy reversal day. I mean, Arcimoto, I mean, some of these were in just such fear and panic mode this morning. It's quite disgusting. I mean, NEO still, though, you've still got laggers in this market here. NEO is still down 9%. Arcimoto, Arrival, NEO, these guys all down around 10%. AMC, 7%. Airbnb, 5.7%. We've got, what else do we have here? Ethereum. It's almost kind of like Bitcoin and Ethereum signaled the rotation, which was really kind of interesting because look at this. BTC USD started rotating. We started rotating here. Look at that. We started rotating at 7:30 in the morning. We started rotating up. It wasn't until about 9:30 BTC explodes and stocks start rocketing again. How crazy is that? That BTC actually led this recovery. Usually it's the other way around. Unbelievable. Affirm went down to $48 and is back to $58 at the close. What an insane, insane reversal. I mean, this is $58 divided by 48 is 20% as a move on the day. And the concern here is the pain over or is this a fake out rally? And this is where you got to ask yourself, what's changed? Did inflation change to the downside? Has Jerome Powell given us good news? Has Joe Biden given us good news? Has Russia given us good news? Have we gotten any good news out of anything? Have we gotten good earnings? The answer literally to all of that is no, 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 no. So what does that tell me? It tells me don't get too excited. Don't get too euphoric. I'm not trying to be Mr. Fudd. I'm just trying to be realistic. I can't explain this. I don't expect to be able to explain every fart in the stock market. Don't get me wrong, right? But wow, this is incredible. And who knows? Maybe this is the beginning of the market just deciding, you know what? We're going to take everything in stride. You know what? Fed, you're going to hike rates more? Is that all you got? That can happen in the stock market. That can absolutely happen. And that's something to keep in mind. So if we go out, let's zoom out a little bit here. Let's go to SPY. SPY, barely positive right now, but it is. Holy moly. Look at this right here. Is it possible that we're setting up for a double bottom where we have like a day or two of green? Jerome Powell on Wednesday plummets us right back down, and we have this W shape to the downside. Does that then make the W shape to the downside the buy? Remember what happened in March of 2020. Let's go over here. March of 2020. Here you go. Look at the W, folks. The first dip was larger March 23rd, but then go to April. You had another opportunity here on April 3rd to go shopping relatively close to, about within about 10% of the other bottom here. So very interesting. Now, the rally on no news makes me a little nervous. Like if right now, if let's say that at 11 o'clock, Jerome Powell talked and Jerome Powell's like, you know what, we're chillaxing. Reads on the economy are slowing down. We think inflation's not going to be as bad anymore. Inflation's going to go back to transitory, and we're not going to be as aggressive with rates come March. We will literally instantaneously go to the freaking moon. So Wednesday, big day. Today, kind of wild. So very, very, very cool. Okay, good. So we've got about 3 minutes left to go. We do have earnings coming up today, which is exciting. We have, I think, IBM, Logitech. Logitech is tonight, though, so we won't get to see them. So we'll get to see IBM. And then at 4:30 comes Steel Dynamics, not so important. We might look at Pet Med Express, just because it's an early, I don't know. We might look at them. I don't know if we want to. But I think an important early measure of the tech industry is going to be IBM at 110. And after the bell, I will show you a little bit of, I don't know, some other stuff. Okay, so let's just get a final look here. Let's see how things are going. So ARK, let's take a look here at ARK. ARK is up by about 2.6%. You've got QQQ up about 0.3%. Closed out my put. And then we've got, but I might reset on some of these green days. If we get more green before Powell, I might buy more. Because the time to buy puts is when it's green, generally. Corsair is still down 7%. So you're still seeing pain in some of the small caps here. And look at that. You're still down 4.5% on SoFi. So it's not like the deals are all of a sudden gone and everything's gone green, right? Okay, Tesla's almost fully recovered here. It's at 129 right now. It's rallying into the close. We're almost at 930. There we go. We're at 930 Tesla. Let's go. That's amazing. So then we have Apple. Apple up about, or I'm sorry, Apple down about 0.4, but also rallying into the close. No institutional sell-off today. That's big. That is big. All right, we got 30 seconds left to go. Take a look at El Spio here. SPY is going to end up, I mean, these are almost all going to end up green here. SPY is going to end up about 0.5% today. What insanity. Look at the bounce. Look at where the bottom was over here at 1148. Bouncing right off the support line, bouncing right off the support line. Teach those support lines in the Stocks and Psychology of Money course linked down below. If you like trading, of course. All right. Oh, no, we still have 1 minute. Yeah, I think that's what folks get confused about is like I teach both things. I teach fundamental analysis and trading. Anyway, so, okay, cool. We got 1 minute left to go. It was a little early. I misread that. Okay, so trade desk. Ooh, a nice 10%. Very, very nice into the close. Shift, also very stable into the close with that 9%. That's not bad at all. Very, very stable here. We've got even Cloudflare coming up from about $80 on a low today. I mean, look at these insane swings. Holy moly. That is incredible. Etsy moving about 3.4%, went down to about 136 today. How low did Enphase go? And then we've got the closing bell. Enphase went all the way down to $113. Oh, brutal, 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 brutal. Sound like a fish. All right, here we go. Let's listen to the bell.
Is up 0.25%, the Dow up a third, the Nasdaq up 0.7%. It was down close to 5% at the lows of the session. The Dow is up 120 points. It was down 1,115 at the low of the session. An extraordinary intraday market turnaround.
That is incredible. Up 0.3 on the Dow, up 0.29 on the S&P 500, up 0.63 on the NASDAQ, and up 0.229 on the Russell. I think their caption here of a major comeback, it could not be more accurate. That is absolutely incredible. So what did I do today? I sold my my QQQ put. I took about $480,000 in gains. I don't know exactly. I can find out exactly what it was, but that was really, really close because it actually went deeper. It went deeper dark midday, and then it just started running. And so one of the things when you play options, in my opinion, something that you really have to pay attention to is when you are up on options, take tendies. Don't be afraid to take tendies when you're up on options. $487,000 was the gain on that contract. So that contract is closed. Then what I did while we were experiencing some pain on Tesla, and we're going to talk IBM earnings in a moment, but take a look at this. Well, hold on a sec. Is BTC moving nicely? Oh, look at that. It's going right to our support line. That's amazing. That's really good on BTC. What an incredible reversal. Okay, let me go to Tesla here. So what I did on Tesla is, what did I do? I sold to take advantage of the insane volatility. I sold a put, which is a bullish move. I want to see what the pricing for this ended at. It is a $900. Let me just see here. $900. This ended at a price of somewhere around $300. Last was about $298. And I bought this thing for about $274,825. Let me see here. $274,825 divided by, was it 290? No, it's 298. So I'll explain that really quickly. That's not bad. That's not a, oh, I got to do it the other way around. 298 divided by 274,825. Oh, that's sweet. That's an 8.4% swing on that option. That's great. But anyway, what I did is I sold a put here to take advantage of the amazing volatility credit that we have here. And usually we get a volatility crush after earnings. So I think there's an opportunity there on sold puts. So like if you want to go bullish, you don't necessarily only have to go with shares. Sometimes sold puts are an interesting way to be bullish, but not necessarily expose yourself to as much risk as just buying shares straight, since you do get that credit for exposing yourself to shares. So it's kind of cool. I think that's an option. This is something that I talked about over the weekend. Over the weekend, I talked about how you could take advantage of longer puts to longer sold puts to take advantage of some of the volatility, but also farm some credits. As you're sitting on the side, if you're sitting on the side, or if you have some extra cash on the side, whether that's a lot or a little, doesn't really matter. So that's something that you can take advantage of. We still had a lot of pain here in the market. What's very interesting about this is you still had pain on Arcimoto, Arrival, Neo, DWAC. A lot of the higher risk plays still had substantial pain. And this to me is a sign that it wasn't really retail that was buying today. It was the institutions that were buying today, because the institutions aren't really buying up the Arcimotos, the Arrivals, the Neos, in my opinion. I think these are more retail stocks, and these are some of the reasons they've been relatively compressed. So how large was that QQQ position? My QQQ position was $1.1 million. And I took out, I don't know, whatever this is. I took out 1.654. So it might have been a little bit more than 1.1. Anyway, here, I'll show you. So this was when I closed the position. You can see here, 10:54 a.m. The market actually got a little bit worse after that, but I took out 1.654 mil. You can see that right there. I did have to pay a $325 commission. Dang you, JPM. And this was my open order. So you could do the math on the difference between 310 times 500 times 100 and 500 times 100 times 23.36. And then you'll see that was about 1.1. So whatever, the difference was about like 482 or something like that. Anyway, we have IBM earnings that should be on deck. This is big. This is the beginning of these earnings. But anyway, as always, I send out all my alerts just so you know what I'm thinking about in the market in the Stocks and Psychology of Money group. Link down below. Okay, still no IBM. This is going to be huge, in my opinion. Like, all eyes on this, man, and girl. I'm going to pull up a couple things here because I want to watch the market. Okay, I'm going to watch SPY, and I want to watch IBM. There you go. Okay, good. So IBM down about 0.5% right now in the after hours. SPY down about 0.15%. we are like literally right now on deck for this IBM earnings report. Let me pull up. This is huge in my opinion, because if we get like a spectacularly positive guide here, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have so much more relief for this market. Yeah, I'm gonna have so much more relief for this market, especially IBM. Like if IBM's doing well, you know, I hate to say that. Like I don't want to poop on IBM, but let's be real. If IBM's doing good, then hopefully Apple and Qualcomm and Tesla and Microsoft are going to do well on earnings, right? Okay, so let's write this down, all right? They might they're supposed to come out any second, honestly. IBM. Okay, the estimate. Here we go. Q4 is 3.23 adjusted, $2.89 gap, revenue of about 16 bill, and net of 2.96 bill net. Let's see, man. They beat 6 out of 8 times. Okay. The average move. Oh my gosh. You want to know how freaking tentative the market is right now? Oh my gosh. The average movement on IBM is 2%. The implied movement right now on IBM is 6.83%. That's insane. That shows you that all eyes on this right now. Let me make sure. Come on, man. Come on. It says, 410. Oh, I thought it was 405. Okay. So we got another 3 minutes. Woo! This makes me anxious. IBM earnings. IBM earnings on deck. Oh, they're out. Okay, 16.7 bill. That's a good beat for Q4. Forecast, though. Forecast is what matters. That's a really good beat. That's excellent. EPS was a beat. Margin. Okay, I don't know what the estimates were for margin, but IBM. IBM to discuss 2020 expectations during today's call. Okay, I don't know what to make of that. The beat is really good. IBM right now is up about 4%, 5%. This is really good. It's teetering, but folks, it's those expectations. Why don't you tell us them now? How complicated is it? But that is a solid beat. That is really good. But we're expecting Q4 beats. But IBM to discuss 2022 expectations during call? Come on, man. Let me see if I can get their press release here. Okay. We increased revenue in the fourth quarter with hybrid cloud adoption. Our fourth quarter results give us confidence in our ability to deliver our objectives of sustained mid-single revenue growth and strong free cash flow in 2022. Okay. Good. Stock's up about 3.7% right now. It's kind of vacillating around there. Now CNBC is reporting it. So let's see if we get a CNBC pump after this. Okay, software revenue up 8%. Good. So the end of the quarter, good. I like that. Software revenue up 8%. That's good. Revenue, the beat on revenue was very, very good. It's all going to be about that guide, though. In 2022, in 2021, we continued to spend on R&D. Cash flow. Yeah, literally. Full year 2022 expectations. The company will discuss 2022 expectations during today's quarterly earnings conference call. Come on, man. Come on, man. Ooh. Why did you choose to short QQQ instead of buying SQQQ? Well, a 56-day put gives you a little. Ooh, the stock's moving nicely. It's up 5% right now. A put will give you more of potentially a quick move, because like for example, the put was up 48%. Triple SQQ, when it was down 3%, would have given me 9%. So the risk is substantially higher when you buy puts, but the reward can also be greater. I was pretty confident that the $1 million bet on the QQQ put would do well. Not so confident. I made I took some of those profits and made very, very small bets, new short bets. But again, I'm only 0.6% short on the market right now. I'm 9% long on the market, 0.6% short on the market, and the rest is cash. So I want to be very, very clear with that. So what's really interesting is after CNBC plugged this, take a look at what happened to the stock. Right after the CNBC pump, look at that. It's up 6.6% right now. That's bullish. That's really, really good. But look at this. It was up, 3.5% or whatever when the earnings came out. And then now it's up almost double that after the CNBC pump. That's incredible. I want to see if anybody else is like sibling moving on this. Apple's moving down on that. Well, Apple's not really moving on this. It's just moving down after the close. Tesla selling down a little bit after market. SPY selling down a little bit after hours. Google kind of flattish here. IBM has worst cloud service ever I worked with. Oh no, John. Oh, this is really interesting. Let me see the after hours. I want to see what's moving. Smile Direct's moving up 5%, but I mean, that is a low traded stock, so we have to be a little bit more careful with this one. Who else is reporting? I don't think we're going to get Logitech earnings yet. Let me see. And when's their conference call? Confidence in the ability to deliver, right? I mentioned that's fine. Company's turnaround. So Barron's is saying IBM sales surge. Company's turnaround may be taking hold. Ooh, Barron's says turnaround. Interesting. I'm going to write that down. Ooh, that's interesting. Barron's calls it turnaround. So still, when is their call? I think their call is at 2. Ugh, it's not ideal. I'm definitely going to be listening to this call, though. I think this call is going to be huge. It might make sense to stream the beginning of the call. Like, I don't know how much we care about the whole call, but if anybody let me know. Should we stream it or should I just, because the other thing I could do is I could just listen to it on 2X and then report afterwards. I could do a quick little video on it. That might make more sense than going live to cover it. But this is good for IBM so far. I'm a little sussed out, I have to say, that they're saying, oh, we'll let you know about guidance on the call. Like, if it's good news, couldn't you just say that? I like, are they trying to like talk it up? I don't know. Hopefully it's maybe it's really great news. Maybe they're just going to tell us, hey, look, things slowed down a little bit because of Omicron, but don't worry. We think we're still going to the moon. Hopefully. The biggest catalyst, in my opinion, is when markets decide that JPOW is nuts or is done and that his effect doesn't matter much anymore. That's the biggest catalyst. Okay. Let's see here. Goog. Okay, Google is now rising in after hours. It took a second there. Took a fat second there for Google to actually move up. And now Apple is moving too. So they're solidly moving now on the IBM news. It took a while, but now they're moving on the IBM news. SPY. Yep, SPY as well. This is how sensitive the earnings are. Tesla's still down about 0.4 here. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's 933. Who cares? Very, very interesting to me. Okay. So let's see here. Logitech reports later. Here, write these down so that way you can watch or stay tuned for an update. So we got to get, when's the earnings call going to be here on IBM? What a day. What a crazy reversal. Okay, so again, Okay, Logitech is at 9. Steel Dynamics is at 4:30. So I'm going to write these down in California time. Logitech, 6 p.m. Steel Dynamics is at 1:30 p.m. Well, that's only in 14 minutes. And then I believe the IBM conference call. Company events, EVTS is at 2. I'll find out. That's going to be a big deal. Oh, did I activate your Google Assistant saying that? I'm sorry. IBM. All right. I think this is an important time. All right, here it is. The conference call is slated. No, that's not it. All right, whatever. IBM has already been added. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, here it is. Okay. 5 p.m. Eastern time, so 2 p.m. Okay. If you want the link to this, I think I can give you the link. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, one sec, and then we'll take a look at some of the other news that's going on. Okay, webcast not available yet. That's fine. Okay, so I think I can put this link up. Or the easiest thing is probably, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? You know what? I'll after the live stream, I'll pin a comment with the IBM. So as soon as I hit end on the live stream, so if you stick around for like another 5 minutes or so, I will pin a comment with the IBM conference call. That way you could sign up for it and look for it. Yeah, if you're not a trader, I don't think you should sell. I don't think you should sell if you are not a trader. Okay, let's look at how we're holding up here. Microvast 4.4, Sens 1.89. This is all after hours right now. BTC is playing 37. Ethereum back to 34.56. IBM's holding on to that 6.6. This is good. It's a really good start. I'm nervous about that 2 p.m. call. If we get good news on that 2 p.m. call and we get softening from the Fed, bear market's over. That's my opinion, because that's a sign that potentially I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get good news from the Fed, and I don't know if we're going to get good news at 2. But if we got both of those two things together, that would be really good. But it would require Fed and good earnings. Oh, that's so cool. All right. 2 p.m. is going to be big. So what else? Let's go look at some headlines quickly. Let's see what else we got. So that's the IBM conference call. Bloomberg. Please say you bought the dip. I bought the dip in Tesla. $1.8 million of it. Stock storm back from 4% rut, close higher. That, I mean, honestly, insane. Someone named Jim says he's worried about retail in the rut. Retail traders on platforms including Robinhood are reminiscent of day traders of 1999 and 2000. It's a little bit frightening. Don't be scared of the apes. Well, I don't know how many apes are still on Robinhood, honestly. Apes may have walked off. All right. I'm waiting for that 2 p.m. call. Again, if you haven't written it down, Steel Dynamics releases earnings in 10 minutes. That could be good for commodities. Logitech for consumers at 6 p.m. Those are California times. And then in 40 minutes, we're looking for IBM. That's going to be a big deal. IBM's still holding up about 6.27% without providing guidance on 2022. And that's what we're waiting for. So other than that, let's see if we got yields here. I know yields moved up a little bit, not much. Yields moved up a tiny little bit. We got a good recovery here on BTC and some other NASDAQ turns positive after being down 4.9%. Oh my gosh. What an insane move on the index. All right, cool. Well, this is exciting. Thank you so much for being here. 4 more days until my birthday, which is wild. Coupon day, expiration day. I will report whatever happens with IBM. I'm excited to, I get my fingers crossed that it's good news because, again, it's much easier to make videos and everybody's happy in a bull market. I don't want the market to keep going down. Okay, folks, thanks so much. And we'll see what their guidance is. Wait, somebody says, can they be changing guidance now? Who? The company? Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's why they couldn't release it as a statement. Maybe they're like, oh, we were going to release it as a statement, but now we're not. Now we're going to verbally do it because maybe some new information has come in. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But it's very good.